Hi, in this video we're going to talk about number one secret to online success. But first, before we get started, I wanted to share with you some of my stories so that you get familiar with me and you know where I came from. I've been in the accounting field for about 7 years, and as soon as I started working there, I just knew that this is not something that I want to do for the rest of my life. I wanted to create a dream lifestyle. I wanted to have the time freedom to do whatever I want, whenever I want, and with whoever I want. And that's what I wanted. And I knew that I needed to look for other ways to make money. And that's how I got into, internet marketing. I was in the internet marketing profession for a couple of years, and yes, I did enjoy the income. My eyes opened up to this opportunity and just see my dreams come true. And I was able to just work part time at my job and have the other time to myself. But my heart just wasn't fully in it. I just didn't enjoy doing certain things that traditional network marketers have to do to build their business. And I knew that I need to find something that I would fully enjoy and, you know, I would be, fully passionate about. And, I just to decide to get up in the morning every day to get to work and something that I would truly love doing. And that's how I got online and I started looking for ways to make money online. And I was online for a few years without any significant success. I tried to figure it out. I spent thousands of dollars on different ebooks, courses. I've invested a lot of money and a lot of time to learning all that, and I didn't really have a lot of success. I made some money, but I just couldn't figure out how to create a full-time income from home online. And then I came across my mentor. That was about a couple of years ago, and that's how when I had my breakthrough. Before I get into that, I did survive a horrific motorcycle accident where I suffered a fractured skull, fractured spine. I'm definitely lucky to be alive. I as a result of that, I suffered a traumatic head injury, and I have to take seizure medication as a result of the head injury. Um, that's actually not the worst thing that's ever happened to me. A few years later, I was slandered and defamed by my boss. Believe it or not, yes, you heard right, my boss, and about maybe seven or eight of my coworkers. They were spreading vicious lies about me, all because a fellow coworker wanted me to ask his permission to speak to his friend, his female friend, and I wasn't having any of it, so I refused. When I refused, he found out about my boss and his bad reputation. So they, devised and concocted a lot of schemes to, trash me behind my back, slander and defame me. Make a long story short, everyone pretty much turned their back on me. I noticed my work was getting sabotaged. Like I couldn't save on my computer, I couldn't open my files, and when I was able to open my files, they looked like hieroglyphics, believe it or not. If I told you my boss, in order to provoke and antagonize me, also hired, I don't know who they were, maybe private investigators to provoke and antagonize me, and also to get dirt on me. The only thing they were able to get on me was that I went to a gentleman's club, or otherwise known as a strip club, back in this is back in 2001. I was still in my 20s. I was about, I'd say, 27, maybe 28. What red-blooded American guy in his 20s, hasn't gone to a strip club, and because of that, I was called a dirty pervert and a disgusting human being. So I had no choice. Eventually, I had to walk away, but before that, I couldn't walk away because I was going to school at the time and I was waiting to receive my tuition reimbursement. And so I had to bite my tongue. I had to act coy. Essentially, I was playing dumb, even while I was being provoked, antagonized. I was patronized. I was mocked by these vicious coworkers. I was slandered, defamed. Everyone was told not to talk to me, stay away from me. I'm no good. Blah blah blah. The girl eventually turned her back on me. She got her friends to email lies about me. So yeah, I mean, definitely, and I promised myself, I vowed that I would never, ever, ever work for anyone else ever again as a result of what that happened actually back in the spring and summer of 2001. And yeah, I had to, that was, I'd rather go through 1,000 motorcycle accidents than being, shunned, slandered and defamed by my boss and several of my coworkers. So yeah, that's my story. That's why I, also started dabbling in, online marketing. Um, like I said, I was not successful, you know, in the beginning, but then I got my breakthrough. So let's talk about my breakthrough. Um, Take a look at this picture. What do you see here? You see a really beautiful tall building, right? And if you are familiar with where the building is, it's actually in Dubai, and it's the tallest building in the world. And what you see is what is above the ground, but you can't see what is below the ground. Take a look at this picture. This picture actually shows the foundation of that building. Take a look at it. Do you see those steel piles measuring 1.5 meter in diameter, and they are going as low as 15 meters below the ground? Do you see that? Well, when you look at successful people and their businesses, the only thing that you can see is what is above the ground. You see this beautiful, successful business, but you can't see what is below the ground. You can't see how much work they put in, what kind of foundation they built before they even had any significant success. And that's how you have to look at your business. If you have not heard that metaphor before, I'm sure it's very eye opening because that's how it was for me when my mentor shared that with me. And I just got it. I knew that I had to build a strong foundation if I want to create a successful long term business online. What does your foundation look like? Did you take the time to build a strong foundation for a long term success? Or are you still promoting a company or someone else's product without branding yourself at the front end? Are you buying a ton of products and push button systems hoping that someday it will work for you? Are you building your list? Do your subscribers even know who you are? Success is simple. When you figure out how to do certain things in a certain way, if you're absolutely positive that right now that you're doing all the right things, but you're still failing in your business, most likely you have not figured out how to do these things in a certain way. And this is where I come in. You see, most so called gurus out there will never teach you the foundational principles. Yes, they will sell you a ton of information just to leave you feeling even more confused. Yes, you heard it right. That is their goal. The more confused you are, the better. Why? Because they want to sell you more stuff. You will keep buying product after product to try and find out the real solution. They know that if you feel confused, you will keep looking for answers. And if you already paid once, most likely you will pay again and again and again. Yeah, that's how they make their money. Of course, there are legitimate courses out there that give you the real solution. For instance, like this one, So pay attention. I mean, I know what it feels like to be in your shoes. I've been there. I've been there for so many years. I've been buying product after product after product, and I was still missing that puzzle piece. I still could not figure it out. That that is until I met my mentor, and I believe that today is your day to finally understand how it all works and to finally see that missing puzzle piece. So pay close attention.